All right, so today, speaking
Wait,
of
what
which,
is it?
we are going to be talking about tipping culture. So today's topic is tipping culture, and basically for those who don't know what that is, like it's I feel like it's a very United States
I,
thing and maybe some other places, but like I know there are a lot of places in the world where that's not a thing. Basically, tipping is like, let's say you get a service at a restaurant. Tipping would be because you're going to the restaurant, you're paying for the food. Tipping would be basically like a percentage of the bill. Um, you would
Usually 20% is like the
well
accepted.
nowadays
Not accepted, but
yeah,
I
20%.
feel like it's always been 20%.
No. It used to be 15. Well, okay, hold on. We'll come back to that.
Sorry.
But
Yeah.
like I'm talking when we were younger,
Oh,
like
great
before,
hitter.
like when we started paying food bills and stuff. Then yeah, but tipping is basically it's like a gratuity, like recognition, appreciation for the service. So it's a yeah, that's what it is. And so you tack on a little extra bill with the intention of it going to your server, like the specific server who took care of you, right? So that's the idea. That's the idea of tipping, right? And so today we're going to talk about tipping culture because on the surface that sounds good. Like obviously it is nice to recognize good service, getting taken care of when you're at a restaurant. But we are going to talk about, or at least give our opinions on tipping culture. And I'm curious to know, Nick. Oh, Nick is back because it's
Back. I never went anywhere.
Exactly.
What?
So Nick has been
Yeah,
here.
hey, we have one video and Nick's back. Just like last episode, if you guys didn't watch, we talked about iPad kids. I do believe that there are benefits, but I also do believe there are a lot of negatives with it. Like I said in the first recording, a lot of servers, that is how they do make their pay, because some of these people only make like $8 an hour, and minimum wage where we're at is like 16. So a lot of their salary is based off of the tips that they occur from their customers and stuff. But the same time, it's I feel like it's also created a bad, I don't know what the word would be, but like baseline, because I don't know if I should be going to Dunkin', which is a very often visit for me, and be tipping 20% there when a lot of their stuff's pre-made. I mean, even
Dunkin'
their
Donuts,
coffee
for
is
context, which I feel like most people here know what Dunkin' is. But it is like a fast food kind of breakfast spot, donut spot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they changed the name to just Dunkin'.
So that's what Dunkin' is.
But sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has caused a different view, and I feel like some aspects, like there are the people that are really grateful for it. Dang, you're killing it. There are the people that are really grateful for it, but there are also people that is what they expect, and they expect a minimum of at least 20%. But again, when I go to Dunkin', there has been times at Dunkin' to where they'll turn like the little tap to pay thing, I don't know what you call it,
Yeah, the kiosk.
to me, and
yeah,
and the 20% tip will only be like 20 cents, and it's like, what, on a bill that's super minute. But if it's like where my brother works, he works at a restaurant, and that's how I know about they don't all make minimum wage, because their majority of money is based off tips. And if it is somewhere like a bar or something where they're putting in a lot of effort, then I definitely think it is respectable to tip and show, like you said, the good work that those people done. But at the same time, and I don't work in the food or service industry, so I don't know if it's different or how it goes, but like realistically, I feel like the chefs are the one that are doing a lot of the work. So
Well, okay.
If anything,
Let me. I kind of want to. Sorry, I cut you off there, but I do want to
yeah, no, it's
mention
fine. Just
like
cut me off
when
and just completely miss. Fine.
when when you're at a restaurant, right? When you're like you mentioned the chefs, right? When you pay for the food, or when your bill, right? You're paying for the food. The tip is what's going. The idea is to the server. Like,
So you're saying the bill
the bill is for the
is
food.
all for the food?
Yes,
And
that's
the
what it's supposed to
only
be.
thing.
The bill, like the initial bill before tip, that is you're paying for the food. You're not paying for the service. That's what the tip becomes.
Gotcha.
In my,
So I mean, like, I guess that jump. I mean, yeah, I could see that. I never really thought of it that way. I always just thought of it, the.
I mean, maybe they incorporate like.
Right.
For, I mean, maybe like definitely like
'Cause-
they tack on a higher price to the bill because you're paying for ambiance or. I guess yes, service kind of built it, but like my idea is like. The bulk portion of your bill that would be for service is the tip. Right?
I get that.
But also like I want to say like
So wait, let's hear your what's your thoughts?
my thought so I am okay with tipping in the setting of restaurants. Like a sit-down restaurant where you're specifically
a nice restaurant.
A sit-down restaurant where you're getting service, right? I'm okay with that because it is an additional thing. Like that is not something a restaurant necessarily has to do, but it is something they do to make your experience better, right? Having a waiter getting taken care of, like refill the water, check on you, get you like if you need a straw or something, napkins. So I am completely okay with tipping in that regard. Now, I'm not like super adverse on like wages and stuff like that, like them maybe relying on tips, but I'm okay with tipping my waiter or waitress for good service, right? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Um,
We suck.
but
That's
now,
raw.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no. So like where what gets me with tipping is when it's outside of when you're getting a service done, right? So or when you're getting service.
Well,
so like
That's what I was saying, like Duncan.
yeah, everywhere now or many places in America, they have that little tablet kiosk thing, and there's the tip option on it, and they just take it and run with it. So like in your case with Duncan, you're not getting
Or the
service.
big one,
You're not getting
the movie theater.
The movie theater, like you're not. Well,
Why are
okay,
they asking me to tip?
They have some
for
where they bring
popcorn?
it to you, but like when you're going out and buying the popcorn, what are you
The
paying
theater
a
that we
tip
go
for?
to, though.
Yeah.
Why do I need the tip?
Yeah, like no, I am so against tipping for that. I'm not getting any service on it. I'm paying for the food and that's it. Like you didn't do anything extra. You did like your job, like
Well, that's what I was saying. That's like when I go to Dunkin', and granted, so the Dunkin' by where I'm at, that was for the longest time the only Dunkin' that never flipped the kiosk on me to tip. And when I went today, and it must just vary by the employee, but when I went today, that was the first time that I've ever had them turn that like kiosk on me. And again, the tip for like 20% was like 35 cents.
it's so minuscule. It's like why are you even asking for a tip?
What
service are you
And
doing apart from your job? In that case,
And that was the thing. I ordered like a sandwich, and it's like that thing is definitely like pre-packaged, and they just throw it in a microwave for a bit.
that's why for restaurants I'm okay with it because you're paying for the food initially and you're tipping for the service. That makes perfect sense to me. That's fine, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't mind tipping for good service, but like Dunkin', they are doing like their job. Like if you order a coffee, it's to make you a coffee. Or oh shoot.
Yeah. But like you said, if it's like a nice cafe, and they're coming up to really, bro, and they're coming up to, and they're like consistently checking on me or something like that, that's where I don't mind it. If it's an actual service that they're coming over and doing something, checking on you, that's fine. I don't like when people expect to be tipped 35% or something ridiculous like that, like those videos on TikTok.
This is something I notice a lot at pop-up shops too. Like, food trucks. Food trucks is a huge example of this. I love, like, supporting local business is great. And I guess in that case, like, having a tip option. But to me, it is also, like, crazy. Some of these, like, events where they have food trucks, they're asking for tips.
Where the prices the food trucks, I was going to say, are already gouged up.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm glad you did. Like, it's crazy because the food, you're like paying like $20 for a sandwich, which is a lot of money. Like that's expensive for a little sandwich. Yeah, it could be
something as simple as a grilled cheese.
Yeah, it's not even anything fancy. And then they also want a tip on top of that. That's ridiculous. Like, no, because I'm paying for the food. You're not doing any other service to me than preparing the food I paid for. You know, like your job, like
what you signed up to do.
Yeah. It's not like you're giving a service. It's not like I'm sitting down or whatever, and you're bringing me like water and whatnot. You know, like, taking my plate.
And that would be like, I'm not gonna out myself, but you know the industry that I work in. That'd be like any time that they come to pick up. That'd be like me flipping a kiosk and be like, all right, you want a tip?
Yeah. Anytime they come to pick
up. No, that's what I signed up to
that's
do.
Your job.
And like, it's.
You are already getting paid for that.
Ain't no way.
Dang. All right. But yeah, so I think like it's tipping culture. Here's my like viewpoint on it, in a broad statement, which it's a very nuanced topic, but in a broad statement, it's gotten out of hand in U.S.
No, it definitely has, especially with like Uber Eats drivers and stuff.
Well,
they are very greedy. They get very greedy.
Uber Eats drivers, right? First of all, not necessarily a fan of like Uber Eats as a whole. Like, just drive and get your food or walk or whatever. But granted, some people can, right? Some people, they might might be sick. I don't know. Everybody has their circumstances, right? I think tipping the driver is.
I'm saying it's terrible. I'm saying what they expect sometimes. Not every Uber driver, so don't be getting this confused. But again, a lot of those videos on YouTube or TikTok where the people are geeking out over like the tip, to me, oh
Nick,
my god.
Finish.
That was you. Sorry. But where they're like freaking out because they, I've seen videos where people freak out because the person put no tip because they were going to give a cash tip.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that, yeah. I mean, the overreaction
that's what I'm saying
to no tip is
so...
like, a tip, okay. I'm also going to say a pretty blanket statement here, right, for many cases. This is cases of tipping outside of restaurant service. Tipping is a courtesy. It is not a necessity it should not be an expectation. It is a courtesy. That is my statement on that. For tips outside of like restaurant, because how we were talking about how like their wages are adjusted because they get tips, but places where they are getting their wage, right?
And not even adjusted because a lot of that tip money is not taxed.
Yeah, exactly. Well, a lot of these places do tip pools, but I don't know about all that. But okay, tips are a courtesy, and they make you feel so guilty nowadays for not tipping for things that aren't even services that you're getting.
I should not be getting death stared in Dunkin's drive-thru when they're taking. First of all, when they're taking 15 minutes to put my, which I'm not saying like, I'm not downing the workers that work there, but it's just like I feel pressured when I'm paying because I'm getting stared at, and then some of the times like And I've talked to a couple of my other friends about this, like Andrew,
Yeah.
and he's like, the service at the place isn't even that good, but they still expect, at least a 20% tip, and it's like, I don't want to tip for a bad, job, but they're staring at the total, and they can see how it adjusts. Which, let's be honest, how much of that tip do they even get at Dunkin' when I'm just putting it on my card? It's not cash.
Yeah, and it's a matter of cents, so ego. But like, yeah, and those types of services are their job. But like, so like, I don't think a tip is necessary there. Like,
No.
that doesn't make sense to me. So I don't know.
Like,
And yeah, they do shame you. They like make you feel like you're cheap or you're like a bad person or something for not tipping. Which,
Yeah.
like in many cases, couldn't be further from the truth. Like, it's just like like I said, a tip is a courtesy, and it's a recognition of
it's
of
not something
excellence.
that I have to do.
Yeah, it's
That's,
not. It's not a requirement. And
A lot
so many
of-
places make you feel like it is. They guilt you into feeling like it is. And American culture, nowadays, I feel like pressures you into feeling like it is. So that's my thoughts on tipping culture. And I also wanted to say, like, tipping, it's interesting, right? So my brother gave me a scenario, right? And I thought it was pretty interesting. Like, so you and I, right? We go to a restaurant, the same restaurant. We're sitting next to each other. You order like a plate of fries for $5, and I order like a $20 steak. You're not that hungry. I'm a
Where are
little
you
hungry.
getting a $20 steak?
I don't know, right? But like, we order a different thing. Like, I ordered a more expensive thing. You ordered a less expensive thing. Now my bill comes out to $20. Yours comes out to $5. Your tip, in turn, right? Oh yeah.
Steak.
Your tip, in turn, is cheaper than mine. Despite us getting the same like kind of service, we both got like our water served to us. We both got our plates handed to us. Same thing, right?
Yeah.
Why in that case, if we both got the same service, does my tip, like how tips are percentage based, why should my tip be greater than yours? Like, why is that the case? We got the same service, but because I ordered something more expensive, all of a sudden now my tip is more, has to be more, despite us getting the same service from the same waiter. Do you see what I mean? Do you see the picture I'm painting there?
Yeah.
And that part I
get
don't
that.
understand, but it's also just a product of tips being percentage based.
I would say, yeah, it's
And that's like,
how it all is just based, is because of
yeah.
that percentage, that 20% that's etched into everybody's mind. But that's like we were saying earlier, a lot of places, which are usually your like upscaled places, but a lot of those places already have that gratuity included.
Yeah, true. But they don't, sometimes it's not, they don't explicitly say it, and so you'll still tip on top
Exactly.
of that. And it's like
Which
a
I
kind
think
of a
that
trick.
should be something that has to be mentioned when you're, paying
Yeah.
a bill. Because
Like when you get sat down to eat, that's something they gotta say flat out. Like, hey, gratuity is added on.
included, which I know some places do like tell you like, hey, for bigger parties, the gratuity, there's
Right.
a 18% gratuity.
Right.
But it's just when they hold that little handheld kiosk in front of you, and they don't let you hold it while you're trying to select that tip button, and they're
Yep.
just staring at you like their life depends on it.
Yep.
Then it's like, okay, now I feel pressured because if I come here again, am I going to get the same service that I did because I only tipped 18%?
Right.
It like install not a fear, but it's just like I don't want to get treated different if I come in. Right?
Tell me this, right?
I don't want to get treated different because, I tipped what's not expected the first time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. So I don't know. Tipping, it's just gotten out of hand. And tell me this. So like, let's say you go. I'm gonna paint you a scenario, and I want to hear your thoughts, or what you would do, or what you would like to do. I guess I should say, without societal pressure. You go for a massage, right? You're getting a massage done. The service is $80. Right? It's an $80 massage. You're paying for, I don't know, like an hour and a half. Are you expected to tip after that? Or like in your thoughts, do you think you should tip after that? You are directly paying for the service itself, right? And by our definition of tips, or like my thoughts on what a tip is, a tip is like a recognition, a gratuity of exceptional or additional service. Do you think you should tip when you're already paying $80 for the service?
That is a tricky situation.
And I guess, like, as I was saying it out loud, you could also tip for exceptional service. Let's say they did such a good job, and you're like, oh, okay, I'll tack on a little extra thing. But $80 is already, like, a lot of money. For that singular service. And so it's like a tip on top of that, but what am I tipping for when I already am paying for the service?
I mean,
so that's
to be fair,
also
how many massage people do you know that are, only doing it themselves, not through a company? Because that company probably takes a lot of that percentage of the money.
True.
So I definitely see what you're talking about, though, because again, that's a good one, because massages are not cheap. But like, if you're going through a company, how much of that, ain't no way.
Oh! I mean, if they're going through a company, but at that point, is that... No, I don't want to sound cold-hearted by saying, is that your concern? Because...
I mean...
But, in a way,
let's be honest. Who would you rather get a massage from? Would you rather get a massage from some solo dolo person, or for some company that has a lot of reviews and stuff?
Exactly, the company that has reviews.
So they just want us like
the company, in a way, they're giving you, or they're allowing you a platform for the clients. Like to get clients. It's like a trusted medium. So.
Yeah. I don't know. That's an interesting topic, because it's like,
isn't it? Yeah.
It is a service, and you do bring up a good, but
because you're already paying for the service.
I mean, to be fair, it's
You're
not like you tip
paying.
your. Actually, I don't know. I never bought anything on a plane.
Same with
I would say it's not like you're tipping your pilots. When they fly you,
Yeah, exactly. You're paying for the
service.
service. You're paying for the flight. So it's like.
I mean, I know there are people that do give pilots gifts, but it's not.
That's actually
the pilot waiting at the gate, and it has like a little kiosk, like, oh, hey, yeah, you spent $500 on this flight, but you want to tip me $50?
Oh man, this is a huge problem to me with barbershops.
Yeah.
Barbershops, like the tipping culture. Nice. The tipping culture there. First of all, prices have gone up so much in my lifetime. I used to get.
What is your average price for a haircut?
Okay.
I was about to say.
Yeah, so I used to get a haircut for $6. When I was young, like elementary school, right? $6.
Great clips. I could tell what the haircuts you had.
Bro, come on. Yo. Bro.
My fault, sorry.
Nah, that's fine. Because I did, Loki used to get that bowl cut. But okay. Now I pay $42 before tip for a haircut.
Gosh.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what am I tipping for? I am literally paying this much money for the haircut. So what am I tipping for?
$42. I paid $25 with tip, and they do my eyebrows.
Well, I it varies by place. But like, what am I
Well, I guess I've
Or
had the
like,
same
why am
barber
I
for a while.
percentage based tipping?
Yes, you did.
I don't mind handing you like
No,
an
excuse
extra
me.
like couple bucks
Oh gosh.
because you did a great job. But like when the minimum option is a 20% tip for a haircut that costs $42 already, to me that's just ridiculous. I already paid for the service. Like I
Yeah,
paid you this amount of money to have the haircut done. So why am I tipping? What am I tipping?
Well, and a lot of those people, because I feel like a lot of people pay cash when they go get their hair cut. A lot of them just pocket that money. It's not really like a.
Yeah, different
I mean, some
barbershops do
place.
it different.
Oh yeah, hey, just spend down there. Obviously, if you go to Great Clips and stuff, that's a big organization. They, claim a lot of that money probably. But a lot of the barbers, at least here where we're at, I feel like a lot of them are family owned or local owned.
Yeah.
It's more of like the one that does my hair. She obviously doesn't just do mine, but she rents a room from a lady.
Right.
So
right.
it's not like she has to pay her boss. She just has to pay the room to rent.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how the barbershop works because I highly doubt it's like, oh, you rent the chair. But it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird.
To me, it's like the way our culture is around tipping. I myself feel kind of weird, like being so harsh about it, like saying like I shouldn't have to tip. But if you really think about it and break it down, like, and I don't say this to sound cheap, like we have the money to tip. It's not a thing of that, but it's the principle of like I'm already paying for this service. Why
it's a principle of people expecting it.
Expecting it, yes. Like, understand that it is a.
All right, really, buddy? You're gonna demo me because I got 4 goals.
It's gratuity. It's a courtesy. A tip is a courtesy, and it should not be a requirement. And now in today's culture, it is painted as a requirement. You're very pressured to.
I feel like that'd be like
to do it
because I dog sit. I feel like that would be once the family gets back, being like, hey, you want to tip me?
Yeah, like that's up to choice. That's a choice thing.
Yeah.
That is not something like you should ask for.
Exactly. It's which the people I dog sit for do me well, and I would never even think to ask like someone for dog sitting because again, that was my decision to do it. I know what I was getting myself into.
You chose to do that. That is your job.
Yeah, it's not.
You're choosing to do it.
I just hate the greed because people are just expecting a minimum of like 20%.
Well, okay, so back in the day too, tips. The minimum was not always 20%. Like these days, now you see the minimum is 20%. Back in the day, it used to be starting at 12%. There's a 15% option, and then 18% was like.
I don't remember that.
That was back when, before we were when our
Well, yeah, I was gonna say we never really, we never paid for
it.
Yeah,
but that's
we're
not
that
when
old.
They had to tip. That's when.
Bro, this kid.
But now, yeah, minimum is now you'll see 20, 22, or 25.
I mean, well, respect. You do see every place
Sometimes
I feel like I've gone.
18.
There is those. I feel like realistically every place I feel like I've gone, I have seen that. I feel like everything I see is like 10, 18, 20, 25 or other.
You still see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that even goes for like
it's like
Chili's. They have that. Like, I know some places don't. I like the places that don't have those kiosks though.
Yes.
I like the old school receipts where you have to fill it out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. Like I understand. Like I think the idea of the kiosk, like electronic payments, do make it feel.
I just read the kid's name. Sorry. Yeah, no.
So, but like, it should be an option. It should be a button you click, like whether you want it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And granted, there is always a no tip option. Like you can, nobody's stopping you, but it is the
like when you and I go to Texas Roadhouse. I'm no matter what, everywhere I go, I'm always gonna tip. Even though I was complaining about it earlier, where I
Okay,
said,
that's a restaurant.
"Why am I gonna
That's
tip?"
a restaurant. You always tip a restaurant. Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying like anywhere, like I do tip no matter what, because it's probably part of that pressure that they were talking about. But like, I just hate like 35 cents. What is that really gonna do?
It's so unnecessary. Like in that Dunkin' scenario, like why? Why
Everywhere,
why
if
even
I
have the
have good
option?
service, I'm gonna tip. But when I'm going to,
When you're
like
just
Texas
paying for
Roadhouse,
your wake up wrap and you're getting your wake up wrap.
my $2 wake up
What
wrap.
exceptional did
What
they
is
do?
a
They did their
35
job.
cent?
They did
Yeah,
their job.
those are all pre-made, so it's not really like what you're doing. And if I've been to Dunkin' 10 times, 8 of those times I've been told to pull around the front for a wake up wrap that takes 30 seconds to heat up. And guess what? Sometimes it's cold.
Which is not
So it's
something you
like-
know by the time you're tipping. That is not something
Exactly.
you know.
That's where it's like a restaurant like Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
tip after the service is done.
Because
So
then
it's-
you know how good the
Exactly.
service
I
was.
know
Like,
how I could
oh,
justify
am I
it.
giving an 18 or 20%? Like, am I giving a good? Am I giving a great?
Yeah, it's that's one thing I don't like. It's about a fast food place asking for tips is because what if my stuff's not even ready and you're telling me to pull around, but I have to do the tip before? It's like,
Yeah. Like,
well, what if my order is messed up, or what if like I get the snack and bacon and it's cold like it always is when I get it? Like, bro, why am I getting demoed? But it's like, I don't know. I definitely think it's gotten out of hand, and not saying it's a bad thing because I understand it in certain aspects, but why people know Uber Eats drivers don't get paid well, and you want me to tip an extra $20 on my $30 overpriced McDonald's. Like that, and like you said, I agree with you. Like that, just go and drive and get it. They're everywhere. Chick-fil-A's are everywhere. Dunkin's are everywhere.
easy for us to, some people have their circumstances, but yeah, no, I understand. Like, Uber Eats is already increasing the price, but like, I understand tipping the driver. They're kind of their own. They're doing. Their
I know, and I'm not saying don't tip them at all, but I'm not gonna tip you, $30 on a. Ain't no
Shoot.
way. I'm not gonna tip $30 on a, something that a McDonald's meal that's $10, but after fees and which there already is a delivery driver fee that they add to it.
Yeah.
But my $10 McDonald's turns into a $28 thing and then another $8 tip. It's like, and again, like you said, I mean, I know how gas is. Like, it's not cheap, but like at the end of the day, you know what you're signing up for as an Uber driver, and you shouldn't be lashing out. Or like if I were to do, which I've done before, I put $0 tip because I'm just going to give cash.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't be a
be-
thing where you get lashed out over, get mad over
yeah,
not receiving a tip. It's just the nature of, like, once again, going back to tips should not. Okay, except for restaurants where you're getting a separate service, tips should not be an
Yeah.
expectation. They should be something.
there should be like a thank you for
Yeah.
showing my like good services.
Yeah, it's a courtesy.
Because
That's-
obviously, yeah, it's based off your service. I'm not gonna tip you 20. Well, my base is usually 20%, even if it's bad. But like, ain't no way.
These people are pretty good.
Like, they shouldn't be expecting and making me feel pressured to hit that kiosk. And again, that's why I like a place like Texas Roadhouse, to where they give me the physical receipt and I have to fill it out.
Yeah.
Or like Hooters, where again it's a physical receipt. Okay, just completely with that. But it's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be pressured to, especially when it's bad service, to be tipping.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
Because why should I, applaud bad service because then guess what? Then the next person's gonna get bad service, and it's just like a nonstop of a nonstop of bad service. Because again, if I'm at Texas Roadhouse and my water's been empty for an hour, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
But like you said, if someone's gonna constantly check up on me and be like, "Oh, how is everything? Is it good?"
You tip based on the service you received. Did you have anything? I feel like I've hit the points I wanted to hit.
No, I feel like I have too. It's just I hate the,
the stigma around tipping.
Yeah, that it's like I have to do it or else like okay.
Dang, bro, you're like in spectator mode. Sorry. Sorry.
All right. Anyway, I hate how it's just like again the same thing that I brought up over and over again. Like Dunkin', do I really need to be tipping on a tip that's going to be 35 cents and then my product isn't even good? Yeah. It's not like I can take tip back.
You're tipping before you even got the service. Like that's
exactly.
So backwards.
But if it's somewhere like Texas Roadhouse, I can I know that. Oh dang, my waiter came and checked on me every bit and kept filling my water every bit and was doing me good.
They're scoring for us. They're being lame. Oh my gosh.
No, that means we gotta come back. But yeah, it's just I definitely think there's its benefit. I definitely think there's its like.
Dude, wow, they're lame, bro. They're lame. Yeah.
I definitely think there's its benefits, but I think there's its drawbacks to where people expect too much out of it, and if people keep expecting too much out of it, then it's just gonna keep getting worse and worse. And then, like you said, the baseline used to be 12% or whatever you said, 16%. So what's gonna happen if people just keep expecting? It's just gonna keep getting higher and higher, and then what? They're gonna expect me to tip 50% of the bill in the future?
Yeah, it's like it's just out of hand. It's out of hand is what it is. Like that sort of boils down to. And other cultures don't have tipping baked into other places or areas of the world don't have tipping baked into their.
Oh, you ruined it. Yeah. I was really about to drivel that.
No, shoot. Yeah, other areas of the world they don't have tipping baked into their like. There's not a culture around it, right? And it's not expected.
Yeah, it's not something that people go to a restaurant and feel like.
Yeah, and other places seem to be fine, like with that, So. But anyways, those are our thoughts on tipping. This one I think will be a little more controversial, just for the case of like. Neither of us are waiters or have worked as a waiter, so. The perspective of someone who does work in food service, could be different than ours. So just let us know what your thoughts are in the comments. And maybe we're missing something. I'm definitely open to like discussion about it. So just open it up.
There's another one that could be a part 2.
This could definitely be a part 2.
Because we have our inputs, but. Again, like Aaron said, we don't work in the industry, so we don't really.
You guys will have better perspective than us on this. So just let us know what you guys think in the comments. Also, while you're there, let us know some more topic ideas, video ideas you want to hear our opinions on. Just kind of hear us ramble, talk about stuff. That's the idea of this. And we're thinking of different formats as well for these videos, where we like share, pull up videos to complement. Like in the case of the iPad kids, right? Like, imagine we were pulling up like different videos of like tantrums or whatever like that over the iPad. So let us know like what you guys think as far as format, any recommendations you guys have. I'm really open. Like we can make this kind of our own thing together. Like, let me know what you guys want to see. And thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it.
Thank y'all. Make sure to like, share, comment.
Hey, if y'all like the video, it's like a tip. All right, a like is like a tip. All right, so if y'all feel
don't say that.
No, if y'all really did like, but it's a free tip. So if y'all really did
Exactly.
like the video, like genuinely, if you liked it, leave a like, and
Leave
yeah,
us tips in the comments of what we can improve on.
please, yeah. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate. We really appreciate you guys so much
Yeah.
for tuning in. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll be brainstorming some different topics.
Thank you.
All
Alrighty,
right.
y'all.
See you.
See ya.